Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Let the Lady Speak. I'm SG and tonight we are talking about Ready to Love. I think Ready to Love is a great show because it mirrors dating in today's age. If you haven't been here before, Let the Lady Speak is a channel where we talk about life, love, and relationships. I am a self-love advocate, so I'm here to advocate for you being the best version of yourself. So on tonight's episode of Ready to Love, they're talking about the tables have turned. I'm going to go over the show, but I'm just going to do some takeaways and give my opinion on some of the things that I see with the castmates. This is my opinion, just my thoughts. Y'all have to bear with me. I just cut off the rest of my relaxer and I've been wearing braids, and my hair, honey, is doing all that it wants to do on its own. And I'm just going to let it do it. There's nothing else I can do to hold this hair down. It just wants to curl. So I'm going to just let it curl. So if I have a fro by the end of this episode, I mean, we're family. You understand. Thank you for understanding. So let's get into tonight's show. And don't, worry about the braces. Sure. All right. So getting into my notes, these are my notes. Tommy comes in with all the energy of the world, tells everyone, be prepared. There's some curveballs coming, right? So everyone's looking around, they're mingling. Creepy is creeping. That's Troy. Y'all, Troy gives me the creeps. I know I said this before, and I've been holding off watching other reviews and watching it because I'm so far behind, but I'm determined to get these reviews out. But I am curious as to what everyone else thinks about him. Troy creeps me out. But anyway, Troy's creeping. He's grabbing everybody's hand. He's giving everyone the same line. He's letting everybody know that they're in his top and there's a connection. Ladies, when you have a feeling that someone is full of it, 9 times out of 10, they're full of it. Troy is full of it. And I still don't know how Troy got on this show. But anyway, Ida likes Ron, but Ida doesn't really want to, like, she's running away from him. Ida strikes me as a really sweet person that's been through a lot and just is nervous about letting her hair down and she just strikes me as really high anxiety. So I really feel for Ida. I don't think this is a good environment. I don't know who's doing the selection for this show, but you guys really should work on either getting some help to help you, because we're all human and we all deserve love, right? Um, but some of these people, I don't know why they're on a show. I just don't think Ida is ready. And then Alexa, I can't remember her name is Alex or Alexis. I think it's Alexis. Alexis is giving all the flirt that the flirt can give. I like her energy. I like her energy. I think she's fun. I think deep down, again, she's another person that's a good person, but she does all the flirting. It's okay to let someone know or let guys know, hey, I'm available, I'm interested, I'm approachable. But it's a whole nother thing what she's doing. She's like letting it all hang out. She's just one of y'all gonna catch this hook. One of you. I got this hook out here. One of y'all gonna get on this hook and come home with me because I'm ready for my husband. That's what Alexis is giving off. And I keep going back to her saying she doesn't want to be viewed as a sexual object or people just think she has sex written all over herself. But girl, okay, you have to give more. You have to give more. I'm not judging. I'm just saying you have to give more. Um, Amber and Chris are sitting and talking, and I think they're hitting it off. I have some things I want to say about Chris, but I'm gonna wait a little bit. Ida keeps interrupting Stacy. So first Stacy, I think, was talking with David, and she came in and interrupted, and then Stacy was talking to AJ, and Ida came to interrupt. It's like she needs Stacy as a buffer. I don't know if that's what she's doing. Maybe it makes her feel more comfortable. I don't know. I don't know what that's about, but Ida, I really wish she would just calm down a little bit, enjoy the experience a little bit, be herself. Like if there is a way to get her to release some of that anxiety, I think that would be good because she's extremely anxious. She appears to be extremely anxious to me. And it's like, Ida, honey, calm down a little bit. Just be yourself, just relax. But there's some other things going on that I think is happening with her, but I don't want to speak on it because I don't want to feel like I'm sound like I'm judging or diagnosing her. But I definitely feel like there are some other things happening with Miss Ida. Um, I see that David is talking, and as I watch David, something about him is my spidey senses are sensing with David. We're going to see what happens. I don't know. I don't know. Um, AJ and Alexis are they meet up for a date to make candles. Okay. So, here's the thing with this interaction for me. AJ is saying that Alexis is being too much because she is flirting. She is full course letting you know she has it to give. Okay. She is like, I am here. This is me. Do you see me? I look good. Oh, you want to flirt a little bit? She's like, he'll flirt a little and she'll just like throw the ball way out there. Like, I got you. What? You play baseball? I play too. Let's knock it out the park. That is her energy. It's kind of like, oh, I can top you on this flirting thing. I got it. And it's kind of turning AJ off because it's like she's being so aggressive. But at the same time, AJ, stop it. Like, stop with the innuendos, stop with the flirting so much. Just have a conversation with her. Sometimes you have to be the example that you're trying to get from someone, and they can read the energy in the room, hopefully, and kind of pipe down a little bit. But you know, he starts and then she finishes and then he's like, no, I didn't want you to do that. You're doing too much. Just like, bruh, make up your mind. But Stacey, if you want people to take you seriously and not think of you as a sexual object, everything can't be about sex. It's fine that you're a sexual woman. I said it before, I say it again. I commend that. I commend that you own it, but there's a time and a place, and there's so much more to you. So it's like, show what it is that you have to offer. What else do you have to offer? Show that, like, have a conversation that isn't dressed in sexual innuendo. But AJ, get it together because you're judging her, but you're doing the same thing. She's just outdoing you. So, but ladies, you have to let a man hunt a little bit. I want to say, girl, let him hunt you a little bit. Let him, just pull back a little bit. But she doesn't care, girl. She's out here. She's like, I'm out here. Kyra and Jason meet on a date, and Kyra asks really good questions. She isn't probing. She's very patient. She's very soft spoken with it. I like Kyra's approach. So, Kyra and Jason are talking, and Jason mentions she asks a question, and then Jason talks about his depression. But he did say he has had therapy, which I commend. So he has had therapy. He isn't in denial. He talked about how vulnerable he had to be in therapy, which I thought that was really good. I like that conversation, but it's kind of a red flag for Kyra. I hope, though, that she takes the fact that he says he's had therapy, he's worked on himself as a bonus, and that doesn't push her away too much and doesn't use it as an excuse. Because I think Kyra really still likes AJ, but I think she's just attracted to AJ. Because y'all, I AJ is not giving what it is to give. Like, I'm not seeing anything yet. I'm waiting though. I'm holding on. I'm waiting, but I'm not really seeing anything with him just yet that makes him so intriguing. I don't see it. I understand the aesthetics, but there has to be more. And at this point, I think we should know a little more about him. Like, what are your passions? What are your dreams? Who are you? Who I don't know who he is other than a smooth talker. But anyway, Joel, David, Touchy, Troy go on a date with Amber, Andrea, Liz, and Varnisha. I really like Varnisha. She's so sweet. I like Liz too. I think Andrea I think she's uncomfortable. She's very guarded. She's very, very guarded. So, and that's noticeable. Amber is open, but Troy is being a whole creep. He's being completely inappropriate. Everything is about sex. And then he goes in, like he's smelling Andrea's hair and leaning into her. She even had to say, "You're touching my bra." Listen, this behavior of his is completely out of pocket. Someone needs to intervene. he needs to go home because he's really doing too much. He is invading these women's privacy. Ladies, you have to set boundaries. Don't let someone get so close to you that you're uncomfortable. And later you will hear Troy talk about how Amber let him know, like, that's a no. I don't like that, because he has this kissing thing. Like, it is COVID. You are putting your lips all over everyone. But even without that, you are invading everyone's space. Bruh, like, back up. He does too much. Someone really needs to intervene because he is completely out of line. He's really out of line. He's so inappropriate. It's disturbing, quite honestly. He can't keep his hands to himself. And so I put Troy as inappropriate, period. Um, and then this whole traveling thing, he keeps talking about traveling. Oh, I want to travel. Maybe I could take you somewhere. He tells everyone the exact same thing. Everyone gets the same. It's like, you get some BS, you get some BS, you get some BS. Everybody gets the same BS. That way, see, this is a old school player um move, because if he told everyone everything, he doesn't have to really engage. He has his script, he's going by his script, and then he can just kind of move in that direction. Troy really bothers, like, really, really bothers me. I don't know how he got on this show. Did I say that already? I'm gonna say it again because I know I've said it. I don't understand who chose him. They should lose their job. I'll take that back. No one should lose their job, but they need training. We need to do someone needs to do a little more training. Um, he can't answer any questions about traveling or where he wants to go. He completely negated the question, just kind of like walked around the question. He just said, well, Cancun. And that's another thing. If you're such a traveler, Cancun is the best you can come up with. Now, don't get me wrong. There isn't anything wrong with Cancun. Really, there isn't. But he makes it seems as though he is just a traveling dude, like he's the guy. If you're the guy, I'm gonna need you to say somewhere else besides Paris and stuff. Red flag, ladies, flag on the play. He is somebody you don't even entertain. Don't entertain him because he's full of it. Um, so that's pretty much it. Amber just left. She did the right thing. Amber walked away. Andrea entertained that bull crap. Amber was like, "Oh no, I'm not here," because he's like, "Oh, it's like a sandwich." I mean, he's so creepy. He creeps me out. Oh my gosh. Okay, so next, AJ, Chris, Diedrich, Jason, Stacy, Alexa, Kyra, and Tessa go on a date. Okay, they are making food again. Alexa's with the sexual innuendos. AJ is like, there she is again, and they're not even next to each other, but she's gonna let it be known. She is like, I am out here. I don't know why y'all understand that about old girl. She's like, I'm out here. But I really wish she would stop, because you can tell she's a good person, but she's misrepresenting herself. Um, Stacy and Chris talks. Stacy leaves Chris. Here's the thing about Chris. Chris doesn't come off as if he wants to lead in a relationship. And for a lot of women, for most women in that age group, that's kind of a turnoff, because they focus so much on their career and getting ahead, and they have to do leadership duties at work. And, we have a lot to deal with. You want a man who you feel like will take charge. Chris doesn't give that take charge energy. Chris gives, I'm coming, where you going? Where we going? Where we going to be? I'm just, Chris doesn't give that strong leadership. I don't want to say masculine, but masculine energy. He just doesn't really give it. And I think that's why Stacy, and I don't know, I think that's why Stacy left the table. I wish you could tell they edited. I wish they had showed a little more of their conversation, but it probably wasn't going well. Like, Chris is just kind of like, yeah, the moon and the stars. You're just like, Chris, what? Huh? So I see. Stacy's like, she went to go talk to Diedrich, which I don't know if that's a good idea. Because let me tell you, Diedrich, I'm gonna get to Diedrich. I'm gonna get to Diedrich. Anyway, Stacy leaves Chris. Tessa and Diedrich are talking, and basically Diedrich asks Tessa on another date. And I think that's kind of safe for him. But for Tessa, if I was Tessa's friend, I would say, number one, she seems surprised that someone wants to date her. Tessa is a beautiful woman. Tessa's a beautiful woman. I know there's been a lot of conversation about her weight and her being like a comedian and kind of giving homey vibes. I think Tessa just she I feel like she wants to know the truth ahead of, like, she's not playing a game. And part of dating is a game, unfortunately. And Tessa is not really playing it. What is going on here? Yeah. Tessa's not really playing that game. She kind of wants to get to the nitty gritty, but this is a game show in a sense, and you're not going to really get that. Like, you have to do a little flirting. Like Tessa, and I'm not blaming her for anything. This is just what I'm observing. She's not really flirting. She's just kind of like, okay, now what are we doing? Like, what is this about? Like, really, are you into me? Why are you into me? Instead of kind of like going with the flow and letting her feminine self be, because she's a beautiful woman. She's well built. You can tell she's smart. You can tell she's kind. You can tell she has a good heart. Like, Tessa has a lot to offer. And I wish she would stand in what she has to offer more and have the approach of, I have all of this to offer. What are you bringing to the table, versus curiosity as to why a person wants you or interested in you or what made them change their mind about you. That's how she's talking to Dietrich. And Dietrich is kind of giving me grown man vibe, grown boy vibes, type vibes. Like, there's something else going on with Dietrich. But with her, I'm like, Tessa, girl, you are beautiful. You are a beautiful woman. If you don't walk your fine self up in there like I am fine, and y'all need to want to get to know me. Like, her energy is off. The person is good, but I feel like her energy isn't giving. I'm here to date and flirt and get to know you. Like, if she could just have like a little ounce, not too much, child, of Alexa with the, just be a little more welcoming. It's kind of like, she's so cautious, which is okay, but it's all about balance. It's all about balance. Because if you look at Varnisha, for example, Varnisha, she's just as curvy as Tessa, but you don't hear anyone comparing them to her, saying, oh, I don't think Varnisha, she gives me homey vibes. Varnisha's kind of more laid back. She's soft. She's welcoming. Whereas Tessa's not really giving that off. But I like Tessa. She has so much to offer. It's going to take a different type of dude. I think this is probably just not the environment for her. But Diedrich's not it. Diedrich's something else. Okay. So anyway, they're going to go on a date later. He said, I'm going to take you to a spice bar. Diedrich, dude. Anyway, so um did I skip? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Anyway, so Tommy meets up with the guys for their final thoughts on the ladies for the night, right? And everybody's talking about how Tess is the homie. I don't think Tess is the homie. I just don't think Tessa is really flirting with any of them or letting them know. She's more curious than she is welcoming. That's the best way I could describe it. The men bond. I really love this moment. I love to see men be vulnerable, period, but especially with one another, and even more so with women. Um, Jason and Joel had a moment. I guess Jason was moving and Joel came over to help. And I like Joel. I do. I like Joel. He has that southern charm, and it's true, but he's not, you could tell he doesn't take himself too seriously, which is nice. Um, they laugh at Touchy's Troy's inappropriate behavior. And for me, that is a teaching moment. This is why I have an issue with them not having help there. This is a teaching moment, and this is a moment where the community, the men, should hold him accountable for his behaviors, because he is really out of line. He is so out of line. He is so inappropriate. And I feel like that needs to be called to the table, and no one's doing that. And ever since I've been watching this show, that has been an issue. Tommy addresses it, but he kind of jokes about it, kind of just lets him know. It's kind of like a soft tap on the hand type. But no, that needs to be a hard line, because he is really he rubs ladies' legs. He is doing a lot. He is doing a lot, and they really need to address that. Um, so they laugh at him, and Tommy basically tells him, stop kissing on everybody. Like, why are you telling a 50-something-year-old man to stop kissing on everybody? This is all problematic to me. Can you tell I'm bothered? I'm so bothered. Um, Diedrich shows that he has anger issues, in my opinion, when they asked him about two of the ladies, and he was like, "You don't like me, I don't like you." How old are you? That's why I say Diedrich is a man child. I also think Diedrich has anger issues. I also think that Diedrich is the type of guy that plays super nice to get what he wants, and when you don't give him what he wants, he acts out. That's the vibe he's giving me. So, ladies, that be cautious of a person like that. And it's like he wants to pretend like he's schooling everybody. He's so mature, but really he's not. He's not giving me the real mature whole vibe, like I am comfortable with myself type vibes. He's alarming to me too. Um Chris just needs to be honest with everybody. I said Chris needs to just say he wants to split all the bills, and what old girl said last I was about to say semester, last season is true. Chris, I don't dislike Chris, but Chris hops the line. Like, dude, who are you? What do you want? What's valuable to you? For real, for real. Cut out all the flowers, the sugar, the balloons, the sparkles, and the sprinkles. Who are you? What do you want? And what type of woman are you looking for? Chris seems like he just kind of glides into whatever works, but he's not being honest, I feel. And I think he needs to be a little more honest. Um, so Tessa and Andrea are in the bottom two. And I don't know if I said earlier, I don't remember now that they sent Ida home and Ida was upset. I think I did talk about that. Okay. Andrea and Tessa were in the bottom two. David talks to Andrea and basically tells her that she's not ready. And she's very guarded. And she said she has to be in a safe space. But I'm like, girl, you came on this show and I know you've seen the show before, so you know how fast things has to be. I'm sure they explained it to you. And if you need time, that's fine, but this isn't the environment for you. So I wonder why she came on the show and who picked her. Um, let me stop. I may get a job one day. I'll help you guys select your people. But anyway, let me stop. But Deidre gives Tessa, I want to go out with you like I won. And he fakes this like emotion, in my opinion. He fakes this emotion, in my opinion. I don't think he was serious about it. Um, I don't know. Diedrich is rubbing me the wrong way though. So Tessa stays. And Tessa's like very relieved. And I get you like being on the line, but Tessa, if you really think about it, who have you really connected with? Who have you really, who's really tickling Tessa's fancy? I can't wait to watch the next episode so I can figure that out because I'm like, I don't know why you would want to stay unless you just want to be on the show or if it's just the rejection of it all because I don't see anyone there that's good for Tessa. Diedrich is full of it. The other guys really aren't that interested and they don't deserve her anyway, in my opinion. And I just don't know who. The only one that could be is Joelle, and Joelle is all about Vernisha. So we'll see. We'll see as it goes on. The show goes on. Um, so here's some red flags and takeaways. And I said this is how we're going to do it because I probably won't get that in depth into recapping this show. I really just want to talk about some of the things that I see and give my opinion on those things. Red flag warning number one: Alexa, stop leading with sex if you don't want people to chase you for sex. That's for all people. And I did a podcast where I talked about that, why I keep getting the same people. You have to be careful what you lead with. How do you sell yourself? How do you show up? And that's her issue. All she does is make these statements about sex, and it makes it hard to concentrate on anything else about her. You can tell she's a very beautiful, kind, loving person. You could tell that like she's a loyal person, but you have to kind of wipe away all of this other, sexual innuendos, and you have to go through a lot to kind of see that in her. And I wish she would just show more of the rest of her before she just lets everybody know she's hot and ready. Um, and let the man hunt. Like, let the man hunt. Let him flirt with you. Let him compliment you. Let him, it's nice to give a guy a compliment and things like that, but calm down just a little bit, please. Um, Tessa, I want Tessa to just stand in, like I said earlier, stand in who she is. She's beautiful. And I would love for her to just come in as, what are you bringing to my life versus why do you like me? Why are you interested in me? It comes off as insecure, and she may not be insecure at all, but that's how it comes off. And that changes how people interact with her. Men and women, we both love confidence. Confidence is key. If Tessa will walk in with the confidence versus how are you doing, come in like, I am, what's happening, what's going on here, like, just a little more confidence, Tessa, because you got it, girl. I mean, you got it going on, you got it. So, um, Diedrich is immature, and I said that before. Troy is wholly inappropriate. It needs to be out of there. He crosses the line. Some takeaways I have is love yourself, lead with confidence. Before you start dating, deal with your insecurities, past hurt, pains, and trauma, because it shows up, it shows. And I'm telling you, I did an episode where I talked about predators. They are looking for your insecurities, they're looking for your hurt, and they're looking for hurt people. And that way, it's your easy prey. So don't be prey to anybody. And make people respect your boundaries. That's for Touchy Troy, because Troy has no respect for a woman's boundary. And he's like, well, you know, some women are okay with it. Like, no, respect yourself enough, Troy. Like, seriously, you are okay with just putting your mouth on everybody and touching everybody. You don't know these people. Stop it. So, anyway, those are my views and thoughts on Ready to Love. Um, this is again episode 3, season 4, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will be back. I am doing these back to back to back. Sometimes I'm going to have on the same clothes. That's because I'm filming back to back to back. Sometimes I'm not. I'm trying to get my life together. But I wish you well. Love you for who you are. Thank you for letting me speak. Have a good night. Bye bye.